If you ask a woman what she wants, or what women want in general, you'll get a variety of answers. A good guy who takes care of me, a confident man who makes me feel good. I want to feel loved and free. And those are all true to some degree, but they only scratch the surface. Women want more than just those things. In fact, if you give a woman everything she says she wants, I guarantee that in 2 to 4 years, she'll still end up bored or unsatisfied. That doesn't mean she'll leave or cheat or stop loving you, but it does mean she won't feel like she has what she truly wants, because if she did, she wouldn't be unhappy. So if the things women say they want aren't enough to keep them happy, then what is? To get there, we need to understand how women think about relationships. This might not be the most politically correct thing to say, and it won't win points with modern feminists, but women tend to be followers in relationships. They take on the supportive role. That means they look to the person leading the relationship, usually the man, for direction, guidance, decision-making, and emotional stability. And they rely on that person to make them feel secure and happy. If the leader doesn't do his job, the follower ends up feeling lost. When a woman's happy in a relationship, she praises her man. When she's unhappy, she tells him he's failing her. And when she cheats or leaves, she usually says it's his fault. And honestly, most of the time, she's right. When a relationship falls apart, it's usually the man who dropped the ball, because relationships, even though they're a partnership, they're not equal in responsibility. The man holds more of it. It's a man's job to keep the relationship strong. It's his job to keep her happy. And when a woman walks away, whether because she's angry, bored, or tired, it's usually because her man didn't do what he needed to do. Now, most Western women won't say that men lead and women follow. They'll say relationships should be equal. But if you look at how things actually play out in most of history and in almost every culture outside the West, men are expected to lead and women follow that lead. That doesn't mean women aren't smart or capable. It means men and women are different and they play different roles, especially in love and relationships. The societies that understand this tend to have fewer divorces and stronger long-term relationships. So here's the bottom line. If a woman is unhappy in her relationship, it's usually because the man isn't giving her what she really wants. But to give her what she wants, he has to actually know what that is. And most guys don't. I had a friend of mine. Her name was Jessica. She had just gone through a breakup, and after that, she dated a bunch of guys. Some just for fun, some more seriously. And I asked her about it. Hey Jess, why did you hook up quickly with some guys, but not with others you seem to like just as much? And her answer was quite simple. When talking about the guy she hooked up with quickly, she said, I didn't care about him. He didn't mean anything to me. So I said, what about the guy you didn't sleep with? She said, he was a really good guy. I didn't want to hurt him. He wanted something more serious and I couldn't give him that. So the guy she didn't care about, she slept with him fast. But the guy she did care about, she held back. This says a lot. It shows how women often sort men into categories even if they don't say it out loud. Most women, whether they admit it or not, divide men into 3 groups: friends, lovers, and providers. Friends are the guys she enjoys being around, who make her life better, but she has no romantic or sexual interest in them. These guys are helpful, supportive, and easy to talk to, but that's where it stops. These type of men help women out at work, they give them rides in their cars, or buy them food or gifts, or give them good conversations. These men in the friends category are thinking that if they are nice enough to women, that they'll eventually get a relationship or get physically intimate with them. But the women that are spending time with these men are honestly, they're just viewing them as just friends and nothing more. Lovers are guys she's physically and emotionally attracted to, but doesn't see a future with. Maybe it's the wrong time, or the guy lives too far away, or he's already in a relationship, or he has some other issues. She's drawn to him, but she knows it won't go anywhere, so she gives in to the moment. Providers are guys she finds attractive and sees long-term potential with. These are the men she might want to build a future with. But even if she's very attracted to them, she often holds back from getting physical too quickly because she doesn't want to mess it up. She doesn't want to seem too easy. Most women know, whether through instinct or experience, that men value women more highly if it takes them a greater amount of time and effort to become intimate with them. So because of that, they make these men wait in the hopes of getting some level of commitment long term from him. Now, most women want a mix of all 3. the emotional support of a friend, the passion of a lover, and the stability of a provider. If they could get all of that from one man, he'd be their dream guy. So by understanding what women look for in friends, lovers, and providers, we can begin to close in on exactly what women want, such as the qualities, traits, and the attributes, and how important each one is to them. So, broken down by category, here are the traits women look for in each kind of man they include in their lives. Friends are thoughtful, supportive, and considerate. They're good listeners, accepting and non-judgmental, and they're uplifting and encouraging. Lovers are exciting and stimulating, challenging, physically and romantically aggressive and affectionate. They're dominant and sexy. They're charming and witty. They're fun, different, refreshing, and a break from the ordinary. Providers are a combination of the qualities of friends and lovers, but most of those qualities are shown to a lesser degree. But providers are also stable, secure, and reliable. They're high status, financially successful, and resourceful. But here's the problem. Most men only become one of those types. The men who try to get girls by becoming their friends first act like nice guys. They do them favors and are kind and understanding. The men who get girls by becoming their lovers are aggressive and charming. They stimulate her emotions and make an effort to sleep with them quickly. And the men who try to win women over by showing how excellent relationship material they are will try to wine and dine them, buy them expensive gifts, and show how reliable and stable he is. But the truth is, being just one isn't enough. Because women get bored of just a friend, they get frustrated with only the lover, and they eventually feel unsatisfied with just a provider. No matter how good one category is, she'll start craving the others. Even the best man won't make a woman 100% happy forever. People change, we adapt, we get used to the good things we have and start focusing on what's missing. So the woman who has a provider may start wishing for more passion. The one with the lover may start wanting more security. And the one with the great friend might start craving romance. But if you understand that and you become more than just one type, you can get close to that 99% happiness mark. Becoming what women want isn't easy. Most men target one category and stay in it. They become good at making friends with women, or they get good at being the sexy guy that women want to have a fling with, or they become the guy who competes for a woman with traditional dates and romantic getaways. But for a man to really give a woman what she wants, it means going beyond just being the good guy, the sexy guy, or the stable guy. You have to be all three and keep showing her and reminding her that you are. That means her friends and family need to be reinforcing her how great you are. And she needs to be a little aware of the risk that she may lose you if she starts taking you for granted. That means she should occasionally see women flirting with you, or you both may sometimes have arguments and then make up. I know that sounds like a lot, and a lot of guys will hear this and say, that's too much. I'm not going to change who I am just to keep a girl, and that's fair if you're only trying to get women. But this isn't about just getting women. This is about keeping them long-term, forever. We're talking about becoming the man who can keep a woman around as long as he wants her. So if you want to be the kind of man a woman wants to stay with, you have to become what women actually want. So what do women want? They want a man who's a friend, a lover, and a provider. All in one. It's every woman's dream to have that man. This man must challenge her, win her friends and family over, create a bubble of us versus the world, making her feel that the two of you are super close through thick and thin, all while keeping her aware in the back of her mind that you will easily leave her if necessary and be perfectly fine. To the men who say you can simply follow one path, you're wrong. The men who try to just be a woman's friend forget that women are sexual creatures who need strong, dominant men to satisfy them. The men who try to just be lovers to women forget that women eventually long for security and stability, and no matter how much excitement and passion a man offers her, eventually a woman will leave if she becomes convinced she won't get the security she needs from him. And the men who try to only be providers forget about the consideration and encouragement the men who are friends offer to women, and they forget the adventure and primal gratification that men who are lovers give them. But if a man only wants to follow one path and is fine with women who are happy enough for a while before moving on to new women, then I suggest the path of the lover. It will provide the quickest and most satisfying short-term results of any of the three paths. But if a man wants a healthy long-term relationship with a woman, then he must combine all three paths and offer everything within each one of them. He must remember to include growth, change, and challenge in the relationship to keep things fresh and keep his woman engaged in it. Because a woman will resist routine. So all in all, a woman wants a man who has become what she wants and needs. And once he does, women will be fighting over him because these men are rare and they're the most desired. Women want men who know what women want. And if you finish watching this video, you're not one of them. So I wish you success because there are lots of women out there hoping and praying for that man. The man who knows what women want better than they know it themselves and who isn't afraid to give to them. I'm confident you can be that man because honestly, when you put it down to the absolute basics, the fundamentals, the one thing that women want from a man more than anything is a man who tries.